Hey folks,
Hello.
a couple of months ago,
Yep.
Craft Resin launched their own silicone.
Yep.
And I love Craft Resin, and they very kindly sent us some of their 15A silicone
And
some of their 30A silicone. So I'm going to have a look and see what the difference is.
okay,
Let's see how we do.
let's have a look. See.
So I printed out some characters. I drew some random characters and turned them into a 3D print.
These you actually made yourself, so I was well impressed with that.
I know. And I wanted to know if I could make a mould from them. So you can get a variety of mould housings and things like that, but I find it easier just to use a ceramic tile, a bit of transfer tape, and just lightly glue,
Cut the bottom off of
whatever
a
it is
couple.
to the tape, and then that's just a plastic cup that I use to mix resin in, that I've cut the bottom of, and then I've just glued around the bottom so that it will hold the silicone in.
Yeah, and with most things like this, the more glue, the better.
Yes, I have had one or two incidents where
Leakage.
there has been leakage.
Yes.
So I started off with the 30A. Now that is the harder of the two silicones.
Yep.
And I'm essentially going to do a side-by-side comparison of the two silicones.
Okay.
Now you need to they're equal volumes, and it must be done by weight, because part B is a lot thicker and a lot heavier than part A. So if you do it by volume, you're going to end up with an incorrect ratio. So you must do it by weight.
And it will never cure.
Yeah,
And
pretty much. You'll just end up with a very sticky mess.
Yeah.
So I do it by weight, and then I take the stirrer and I just stir it slowly and steadily for you're supposed to do it for between 3 and 5 minutes. I personally do it for 5 minutes because I don't want to risk there being any possibility of there not being
anything unmixed.
Absolutely. Now, one of the beauties with the Craft Resin Silicone is that you can add mica powders to colour it. You can leave it clear, and obviously if you're going to make a mould that you're going to use with UV, I would recommend leaving it clear.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm going to use this with 1-to-1 epoxy, so I added a little bit of yellow in.
And why not?
Because I wanted to be able to very clearly tell the difference between the 30A and the one I use next.
Yeah. And
so,
when you're pouring it into the mould, it is recommended to pour it from quite a distance away, so that it helps the debubbling or the degassing.
Yeah. So pour it from a nice height, and pour it at a slow, steady pace. Don't just plop it all in. Yeah, keep it nice and steady.
Take your time.
Yeah, don't rush it. Enjoy it.
Enjoy the process.
Indeed. So pretty much. Yeah. So I just filled it up to the top. And I did have a smidgen left over, but
a very tiny bit.
It was only a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And then I decided to do the second one with 15A. Now, the difference between 30A and 15A, the difference between the two of them is the hardness. So the higher the number, the harder the silicone.
Yep. So what uses would you have to use the 15A over the 30?
So if you're using if say you're making a large sculptural piece where it has to retain its form,
okay,
say you're putting a lot of resin into it, and
so
the resin,
a big hefty mold,
you would use 30A for that, because it will keep its shape.
Right.
Whereas 15A, if you use 15A on a large heavy mold with a lot of resin in it, it's probably going to sag a little bit.
Right.
So 15A is ideal for smaller, sort of intricate pieces where the flexibility on demolding is key.
Yeah.
And the 30A is for the larger
bulk of pieces that you wouldn't necessarily struggle to actually pull out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Now I know.
So if I wasn't doing this particular comparison, I would have only done this piece in the 15A.
Yeah.
And you'll see why in just a moment, surprisingly enough.
Wow.
So this
Okay.
is so it's a 4-hour cure time.
Yeah.
I think I left it probably about 6 hours just because of, you know, the day.
Yeah.
And it cures between sort of 22 and 26 degrees Celsius, which is about the same as resin. So,
Yeah.
you know, if your craft room is suitable for doing resin, you can do silicone molds.
And then how long after you've demolded it can you use it to put resin in to make another mold or another piece?
Now, it doesn't, I couldn't see anywhere that it actually states clearly on the box
On
or the instructions.
Yeah.
But the general rule of thumb is that you wait a day.
So 24 hours.
You wait about 24 hours before
Okay.
you actually use it. Now, it may well be that you can use it sooner, but I personally would always wait that 24 hours just to make sure it's 100% absolutely tickety-boo.
Yeah. So that first one with the 15A, that demolded quite nicely.
Yeah, that demolded without, you know, without an issue.
Yeah.
Now the second one, you can see that it's really firm and it's really tough.
Yeah.
So I this was as I expected, and I knew that I was going to have to cut down the
side.
And that's perfectly fine with any mold you choose to cut it.
Yeah.
What you must do when you cut it is don't cut it in a straight line.
No.
Cut it in a zigzag.
Yeah.
If you cut it in a straight line, when you put your resin into it, it's just going to leak straight out.
Yeah.
If you cut it in a jagged way, and then
when you go to make your new mold or your new piece, if you tighten it with bands or plastic bands or whatever, it will mesh together and you won't have a lot of cleanup, if any.
Yeah, I mean, I had literally none. So and it really is a firm, solid
I
silicone.
was watching this while you were demolding it, and it is a tough it's a tough piece.
That mold is going to last for ages. I was really, really pleased with it. So it was just a case of leaving it for a little while.
Yeah.
I did do a little bit of cleanup. So the best way to do your tidying of the mold is that's a cuticle.
Is it?
So yeah, it's a cuticle cleaner or cuticle cutter, I think they're called. And that's all that is.
And it just takes the edges off.
It just takes those sort of untidy, jaggedy edges off and makes it look really nice. So this is a day later, and I wasn't doing anything, you know, monumentally adventurous.
Yeah.
I just wanted to test the molds
to see how the mold itself has taken the intricate, because those little pieces, I mean, it was 3D printed, but it has got some like furry skin on it.
Yeah, I did a fuzzy skin on the 3D print, so it's got very small little sort of indents, and it's very detailed. I wanted to see how well this silicone picked it up.
It's also shiny.
It is also shiny, but it's shiny in places and not shiny in others. It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see how well that was picked up. So into the mold that's the 30A, I put some yellow resin, and into the 15A, I put some purple resin.
Because why not?
And I used obviously the 1-to-1 craft resin, and I used the craft resin mica powders.
And then left it to
cure, to see how it went. So this is the final piece of the 30A.
Yeah.
And you can see it has accurately caught all. You can't really see it.
Can't really see
it very well there, but it's caught all of the little sort of burr-like parts absolutely perfectly. So I was really, really, really impressed and very happy with this silicone.
And this
And that's from
is
the
15A.
Yeah. So the difference between the two, if you look here, you can see that's quite soft and it's got quite a lot of give to it. And the 30A is a lot firmer and a lot harder.
Yeah.
And in fact, that actually required a jagged cut to get it out of the...
But that, even though you did a
mold.
jagged cut, you can't tell
Oh,
because
no, absolutely
it's actually because you did it in a jagged edge.
Yeah.
When you put your elastic bands around it.
Yeah. So if you were making something like this, to be honest, I'd recommend either of them, and it really be just your own preference.
Yep.
So if you prefer to, have it in a one piece, squish it out sort of thing, go for the 15. But if you don't mind doing a jagged cut, the 30A is fine.
Okay.
So I would recommend both of them, to be honest. Absolutely fantastic silicone. And
it's actually picked up all the shiny bits
yeah,
as well,
all the little detail.
as you can see.
Yeah, I was really, really quite impressed.
The only trouble is we're going to have loads of these lying around now.
Yeah, they may take over the turtles. Who knows? Who knows? But
yeah.
We've got some glamour shots coming up.
Yep.
Have a look at the pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, there will be a discount code down below. Definitely check out Craft Resin's silicone. It is fantastic.
Okay.
And thank you to Craft Resin for inviting us to take part.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.
Bye.